Spawning here. Oops, why does it always do this to me? Spawning here in the top left in yellow, our Zerg player already has 1 kill under his belt from Taste the Bacon. It's Mr. Clodham. And his opponent in the bottom right from Born Gosu, our Zerg player, it is Raj. ZBZ, the super fun matchup, or something like that. Both players pretty much mirroring each other just now. Hatch first to see if they go into the pools or the gases next. Could be our first deviation. We got a gas from both players. Super exciting. But honestly, it's almost shocking sometimes to see both Zerg players doing the same builds, simply because if your opponent is cheesing you, you can't just kind of auto lose sometimes if you don't know how to deal with it too well. Pool for Raj was a little bit behind Mr. Clodham's. That's not a big deal. Once we get into this game, actually see what's some things happening here. Mr. Clodham winning the first game off the back of some beefy lurker kills. I think he had something like 8 lurkers, and they just melted the entire Protoss army. So this is ABZ. I don't really see lurkers too much, other than defense. I know Stefano was trying to make lurkers work in WCS EU Challenger the other day. He didn't have a lot of luck with that though. He just ties up so much of your supply. And they're so slow moving around. Unless you plan on it from the beginning. It can be hard to transition into lurkers at any point. But again, both players still pretty much playing exactly the same styles. Got speed on the way, 2 queens on the way. Got some Morlings on the way for both players after their initial bunch of 4. Gonna see each other in the middle of the map and say, hey, what's up, guys? Actually, Raj had made a few Morlings, so he got the better of that engagement. But there is a Bailey Nest coming up for our yellow Zerg. No such Bane Nest from Raj, and in fact, he's not really making anything. He's at 600 some odd minerals. He's trying to kill an Overlord right now. He doesn't want to lose these lings, because if he does, he's going to have some big troubles, because Mr. Cloud made a big round of lings. And he's going across the map, and he's got this Bane Nest, and there's not really a whole lot over here for Raj. In fact, honestly, did he just, like, stop doing anything? Okay, there he goes. 4 drones on the way, which is frightening. No spine crawlers or anything. I mean, even just the speedlings will be able to probably win this game here for Mr. Clodham. He's going to pop in. Drones are pulled up the line as they kind of need to be. They're actually doing pretty well here, holding their own. Nice hold position there from Raj. Kind of forces the lings to dance around if it's us on the A move, but nice couple of sneaky Banes being made in the main base of Raj. He's not seen this. He does have his 3rd hatchery over here, so it is a possibility, but he's got a spine crawler coming up. Still more lings being made, and a 3rd hatch is going to be taken here for Mr. Clodham eventually, but these 2 Banes, if they roll in, they're going to get a lot of kills as soon as they decide to actually roll in. There we go. They're coming in now. Raj sees it. He's going to react very well. He doesn't react to this. Oh, loses 10 drones there. That's pretty rough. More lings moving across the map here. There's not really many lings out here for Raj. A few more Banes being morphed in as well for Mr. Clodham. A Banes is finishing up here in just a few seconds for Raj, but there's not going to be there. And that's a lot of lings. He hasn't seen them at all. He's actually going across the map because he sees his 3rd, but he's like, I want to go kill the 3rd hatchery. But in doing so, he might lose most of his workers again. Ling's coming in here, going to pick up the queen at least. And they'll probably come in and pick off a bunch of drones as well. This 3rd hatchery is going to have to get canceled, but I don't really think that Clodham's going to mind too much. He just cancel it at least. There's lings in the main base. There's going to be some Banes eventually as well. Some more lings were made here for Raj, but he's got this spine collar and a queen back here. He's losing more and more drones. He's down to 13 workers. lost an additional 10, and there are 5 banelings rolling in. Oh, Lord. One does go off. Actually, all 3 go off, so that's actually a decent victory there for our Green Zerg player. I think Mr. Claudia may have just pressed the wrong button and exploded them all manually with the X or whatever it happens to be for him. It didn't go out so well for him. So he does lose all of those. He did lose his 3rd base. So Raj does have a 3rd hatchery up, which is really nice, but he needs to keep droning. He loses a bunch of lings there to a baneling connection. And once again, the army supply is just swinging back and forth for these players. 14 lings in production, another bane being made, I think, hopefully back home. There's 1 bane back home as well. If it goes off to the ramp, it could be really, really nice. Nice connection could possibly come up. A lot of lings do go down there. There is another bane available here. Bunch of banes being morphed in here for our Yellow Zerg player. Actually, that's all he has, really, though. He needs to be careful with these. I mean, Raj, you can see this. You can kind of deal with it. You can at least see it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Nice pullback. Actually, again, I think Mr. Claudia managed to just explode one of his banelings on accident. Oh, if he kills all these with 1 or 2 lings. A couple of banes will get into the main base. The Spine Collar is still there, so it's going to be able to take those out. 22 to 25 workers, both players on very low workers, but now there's roaches in production here for our Yellow Zerg player. He's still just rallying lings across the map. Has he seen this 3rd base? He hasn't yet, but he does now. He's going to take that out. Another queen is going to go down. Kind of one of the untold victories here for Mr. Claudia was the fact that he killed off that queen at the natural base, so even just the larva count for our Green Zerg player has been so low this entire game. Raj should be able to clean up. Yeah, he does clean up the lings at least. But honestly, Claudia can just kind of continue what he's doing. He's going to send these roaches and lings across the map once again. There's a few lings maybe across the map here for Raj, but he needs to just kind of back off and regroup. Both players sitting at extremely low workers right now, 23 to 26. A lair is on the way here for Raj. I don't know if he knows that the roaches are coming. I don't think he actually does. He's always been making his lings. He definitely sees them now. And he's got to prepare for this in some manner, but he's just been droning, actually. There's a few banelings here. 2 of them do go down there. This 3rd base is probably not long for this world. He's going to try and save it with some banes, but they're going to explode and do about a 10th of the damage to a roach that it actually needs to die. 3rd base probably going to go down, but lings are just being flooded out here for Raj. He's going to try and maybe... No, he's not going to save this. I don't think he's going to try. But there's a lot of roaches here, and he needs to worry more about what is going to happen when these roaches decide to come to his natural. Some lings do try to swing in here with the broodlings. May kill one of the roaches. Yeah, good job, broodlings. Broodlings kill 1 roach. But right now we've got 18 lings out for our Green Zerg player and 15 roaches, which isn't a great ratio for Raj. Yeah, Claudia's just going to roll in here. At this point, he's up in army, he's up in drones as well. His 3rd hatchery is finished, and it's going to start mining eventually. Queen does go down. Roaches are taking out the natural now. I mean, there's a spine crawler. The queen does have 1 transfuse, so that could last for a little while. Roach Warren does finish up here for Raj, but it's a little bit too late, it seems. Preemptive transfuse. I think he might have another one here. No, he doesn't quite have another one. So spine crawler does go down. 1 roach might die, but that's going to be about it. Raj running away with his drones, but it's kind of all over but for the couple of letters that Mr. Claudia wants to see come from his opponent. There we go, GG. Raj will tap out. Takes the Bacon Mogul up quickly, 2-0 on the back of their Platinum player, Mr. Claudia.